Today we are going to hopefully wrap up this Metal Halide light fixture installation here in the garage, which has been dragging on for an excessive amount of time. I started working on this yesterday and kind of figured out how we're going to do it. There was some problems because these lights shipped to me, or actually I picked them up, so I picked them up with twist lock leads, which, although I would not go out of my way to set it up like this, I thought it made sense electrically because this is going to be a switched circuit and I would not want the possibility for myself to forget that and plug something else and that needs to stay on and then turn it off. So I thought this would be a good solution to that. You know, these are nice quality leads, good quality plugs. I believe it's high temperature wire. It's 12-3. They're good cords for something, but I went to buy these twist lock receptacles, and those receptacles were about $30 per unit, which not on my paycheck. So what we're gonna have to do, which is what I've done on this one already, is we will have to change the leads to regular plugs. I got regular sockets because these are only like $4 or $5, and these have that stupid, I don't know what it's called, that thing in the way of the receptacles, which I don't like because you can feel it as you plug it in and you have to kind of force it past. I just don't like it. But since this is something I'm going to plug it once and probably never again, I'm just going to deal with it. Otherwise, I would have tried to find different outlets. The advantage of this configuration is that now if I wanted to take this somewhere else and use it, for example, under the deck, I now have a regular plug I could do that with. But even that use case may never arise, so I'm going to put separate lights under the deck anyways. So yesterday I measured this. I measured the distance that the lead needs to be from where the light hangs to where the socket's going to be, and since I, for whatever reason, do not possess the ability to measure something with any degree of accuracy, it of course is wrong. Now I'm hoping that because these hooks are all also wrong, that this one looks like it's slightly closer, and maybe I can use that fixture here and it will fit. And then I will redo these other two, which I have to do anyways, and put them on the sides. So that fourth fixture there, right there, the bottom is busted out, which is unfortunate, but still usable. I just need to get a different metal halide bulb. I will need to get an open rated bulb for that one in case there was a failure. Whereas these do not need an open rated bulb because the reflector will contain the potential explosion, which I might add is extremely rare. Alright, let's see if this will work or not. That's like, I don't know, 2 inches off? Jeez. Well, this will work for this one. So 2 inaccuracies equals a work. Whatever. So let's go ahead and get these other two swapped out with the new leads. These receptacles, or these plugs, these plugins cost about $3 and change, whereas this receptacle, this plug-in costs like $1 and change. I don't get it. Why are these so expensive? that came up recently with the heater. I wanted a short extension cord. I was going to make one to run down to plug in the heater, and it was cheaper to buy a whole pre-built cord with a plug-in and a plug, as opposed to just buying a plug-in and a plug and connecting it to a piece of BX that's a foot long. I don't get it. It's dumb. But that's the way it is. Maybe somebody who works in the plug industry can explain to me why it's like that. These are 1/4 inch bolts on here. I'm noticing that these fixtures have different ballasts, and this might call for a revisit of these fixtures, because that one I did yesterday, off video of course, has a multi-tap ballast. It's a completely different ballast. So I wonder what the insides look like in regard to that quasar bulb that we can't seem to figure out in that one fixture. Actually, just for curiosity's sake, what is inside this one? There's no quasar bulb. No quasar bulb. So these are not identical inside. They are. This has the punch out for it. See the punch out right there. So it's probably the same. You know, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know what it is. I convinced myself I should throw these out because I don't need them, and now I needed them. And this is why the place looks the way it does. These are nice leads. We use these for air conditioners or something. They're 12-3. Pretty good, substantial wiring. So we're going to use BX. Everything in here is going to be BX, and it's going to look really nice and clean. I'm just going to make the leads about this long, because measuring with stupid measuring tape is a lost cause for me. Yeah, just like an inch or so shorter than this is what we'll do. So it's going to make us, we're going to need, let's say that much for the plug, and then probably need this much on the inside, so we'll cut it right around there. And this kind of measuring I can do with complete accuracy. It's the numerical measuring with the stupid tape or the yardstick or something that I simply cannot do. Oh boy. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm going to start with this side because this is the side that goes into the plug. And once I put the plug on, it'll stop this wire from moving around inside the shield. There's stinking plastic film all over this cable. I don't know why that's necessary. Oh, you would think that they would make this a little bit better. This is meant for people with big hands, and you can barely even get the stinking bits out. Duh. Oh, that bit is actually too small. That's fantastic. That stinking plastic film is preventing me from putting the redhead on properly. How stupid is that? How am I going to make the connection to that ground? The other one had a lead wire on it. I wonder if I should do that here. Let's see if I can make the connection without it. That works okay. Now there's no strain relief here for whatever reason that might be. I don't know why it's... There's no way to connect it, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie wrap the wire to the side of the hook here, and that's fine. It's not going to flex inside in the slightest. Okay. Alright, so let's hook this one up over there, and hopefully this will reach. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't. Let's put a good bend on there. I missed the hook. Okay. I gotta clean this one up with a little bit of stuff inside the shade. Right into the receptacle, that's good. So now we just have this other one left. These are very heavy, very bulky to work with because they're so out of balance, which is why the hook is offset so that they still hang straight. $60 degrees. It is kind of cold in here. Turn this up a little bit. It's gonna get cold tonight. It's already 42 out. It's 4 o'clock. So this one has the multi-tap ballast like that one does. So I wonder if this has the quasar bulb or not. This needs to be adjusted out a little bit. I might have to check it a little more precisely, but it should be approximately around there. It's almost time to go switch on the Christmas lights. Probably after I do this one, I'll go switch them on. What I'm doing here can't possibly be worse than the way it was. I mean, there was nothing holding this stuff in. Nothing at all. Alright. So this has 120, 208, and probably 240. Or 270. What is this one? 240. So that's interesting. If they all had the multi-tap ballast, I'd be half tempted to throw them on the circuit with the heater, because I think there's a little bit of power left on there. So this, well, this is interesting because now we really want the whole unit to be bonded as well. So we need to wrap this around one of them screws also. What is with this wire? I lost one strand. Not worried about it for the ground. Okay. Alright, so over here, it's probably about the same as the other one. A little bit less, I think, right to that knot. This wire allegedly is recognized by the NEC, but I don't like it. I think this is the Woods brand. Well, this says Armor Light, whatever that is. It's allegedly made in USA and recognized by the NEC, so I think we should trust it, but I don't know. I think the listing said it was Woods, which is typically a good brand. That's all the lights in the house are Woods, but don't seem like Woods wire to me. I don't say Woods anywhere. This is only for a low draw application. These lights are, I think, 1 amp a piece or something. I'm not sure I would trust this for anything more than that, though. I gotta get something to drink. I'm always tripping with this plug. I wonder if this is intended to be used in place of these red things. It certainly feels like it could be strong enough. It's very difficult to cut through. probably need to go get some water. I'm sure some people are going to be talking about the way I'm doing this, but it's working. Yeah, we should take a minute to appreciate how amazing these tie wraps really are. It's such a tiny little piece of plastic in there, but it holds so much force. It's really an incredible invention. Alright, so that's good. All these connections are secure. Alright, this light's all set as well. That one's backwards. This, I want that connection piece facing the other way so it's not as visible. So we just need to change this bend to be this way. And it should still reach. Yep, okay. We might have to rebalance these fixtures afterwards because the weight and the pull of the cable might affect it. But we'll deal with that when the time comes. This one is out of balance. Good, okay. So that's all our cords, all the lead wires. Now we have to figure out we got to figure out how this is going to work. So I'm going to take a break to turn the Christmas lights on. Okay, now we're going to... It doesn't even line... You know, all these controls are just stinks. Anyways, so now we're going to put a second box on here, which will go like that, and that will be for the two switches. So we'll have a switch for these fluorescence lights and a switch for the metal halide lights. And then this will be two outlets. So this will kind of have this is going to have three wires going into it. One wire coming down, and two wires going up to the lights. And then we'll need to get one wire down into the outlets. So it's going to be a pretty full box. This is the wrong kind of box. This is not a surface mount. This is a surface mount because you can screw the ground screw in. Okay, I don't know what that other box is for then. That's dumb. We just need real small screws here for this. Little 1-inch screws is fine. And we're gonna need these bigger ones, even though that's not the right thing for the wire. Those are kind of weird. Huh. I don't know what on earth I intended to use those for. Alright, so we're gonna need where's the outlets? I know I have them because I checked for them and I didn't buy them because I had them. Did somebody eat them? Here they are at. Okay, so we got two inlets, outlets, whatever. And I'm going to install them upside down because when I use the kilowatts meter, it's got to be like that. Otherwise the kilowatts meter will be upside down, so whatever. This is actually a case where it should be ground up because there's going to be tools hanging here. One of them could fall and hit the thing, but we're gonna take the risk, I guess, because I want the kilowatt meter to be correct. So they'll go in there like that. So I gotta make a connection here with these, and then let's mount this other box first. Want it to go in line with this other one. I have to put all this thing together just to take it apart again to get the you know, it might be easiest is to just remove the cover from this one so I can tell how it's lined up. Made in USA. Probably made in China. Oh, no, it is made in USA. Perfect. And see, this doesn't have that stupid thing over the prongs. That looks pretty good to me. And I lost it. I think I should have moved over to the left of here. See if I can move it at all. Yeah, now it's lined up. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so now let's get this set up here. We can put this back. Okay, so we're gonna need a knockout on the top here. I don't know why I didn't put more screws into that one. I should have put 4 as well, so it's all the same, especially because that's going to be an outlet, so it's going to have, you know, stuff going in and out of it. I need the, here it is. I hate these things. I always have a hard time getting these to start threading. Oh, in this case, actually this screw is making it worse. Okay, I think we're just gonna get a new one. Not sure what happened there. You know, these are kind of flaky. These are the Fuzzbaxy brand. I'm gonna use the other ones because I don't like the way these fit in the... I think these stink. They don't fit quite right in the... They don't secure very well. I don't think I'm going to use those anymore. I'll use these. Yeah, these are much more substantial. These are better. See how these fit properly? I think we're done with those fuzzy ones. Alright, so we got to think of the logic here. So we're going to have a high side coming in, which will come into this box here. And then we need to grab 3 different cables. We need a high side for these outlets, a high side for the switch, and a high side for the other switch. Oh boy. This needs to be a deeper box, probably. Well, let's see what we can do. If I gotta redo it, I suppose what I could do is I could just pass a wire down through the center and then go into here. Could do that if need be. Oh, let's see. Let's see what we can do. I wonder if that could go in the blue bin. It is supposedly aluminium. Probably could. Okay, so the outlets portion of this should be pretty straightforward. I'm gonna grab a couple pieces of Romex here because this stuff is pretty cheap. Just a grab for the grounding. This is 14.2. Yep. Gonna need a couple pieces of grounding wire here. And this is why people go with this stuff today, because it's much easier to work with. But what's easier is not always better. Alright, we'll hold on to this stuff because sometimes these little pieces, you need little pieces like this. So I'll wrap this up a little bit here like this. Set that aside for some other use case, which will probably arise as soon as I decide to throw that out. And so we'll just need, we'll bond that to there. And then we'll need to go from outlet to outlet. Alright. So we have a couple ways we could do this. I think it is long enough to kind of go like that and grab it on that side. So maybe I'll do that. Oh, that's backwards. Goof. I need another tool. I need a needle nose plier tool. Okay, so now we'll jump over to the next outlet, and here we go. We're going to use this. Well, that was backwards, but it didn't come undone, so whatever. Lost in the abyss. Okay, so there's our outlets. Oh, it just bent. I should have turned the torque down a little bit. Had the torque on too high. Okay, So our outlets will just kind of sit in here like this. It's looking pretty good. Okay, outlets installed. Everything looks good in there. Slip on the cover. Okay. Now we got to play with these switches. This is going to be a little more complicated. I actually don't have the I think what I need to do is put the third fluorescent light up first so that I can run that wire over and then connect it, because otherwise I don't have to. Otherwise I'm going to run a wire over there and not really know where it needs to end. So that doesn't really make sense. Alright, we're going to have to do a part 2 on this one. So we'll stop here, and then I'm going to cut to the other video where I guess I'll try to put the fluorescent light up, and then once I get the fluorescent light up, then we'll come back to this and finish tapping everything in. On second thought, we're going to continue. I had a momentary lapse in understanding of how this is going to be set up. We actually have to grab power from this box for the lights for the 2 switches, because this is going to be a dedicated run that I tack into that. And so I want to have the lights, the fan, and the ceiling fans connected to that circuit over there, because this is not going to be a lot of power. And then this would have only the living room computer plugged into it, which is not much, so this should be fine. So yeah, so we gotta change this, or well, it's a minor change, shouldn't take long to figure out. There should be something in here we could just tap into, because the ceiling fan, the outlet is switched, but the ceiling fan is not switched. So there should be a feed that goes straight to the ceiling fans. Yeah, all we need to do is add an additional wire onto these 2 and bring it into this box, and that will work. That should give us the power that we need. is this not coming out? Okay. So let's get into this knockout if we can. The heck? It's a tough knockout. Now we'll just go right across into there. Okay, so now all we have to do is make these wires become one with the ones that are already in here, and then we'll have the electricity that we're going to use for the lights in the other box. Alright, it's a tight fit, but it'll work. So now we have this has not changed. This has the same functionality, which is the switched outlet for the fan. Difference now is that we have a feed over to the other thing here for the two new switches. I might have to realign these slightly when the cover goes on. We'll deal with that then if we need to. Alright, so we don't have much wire. So this is actually kind of dumb. I should have just had one piece of wire. Oh well. Where are the switches? I think I already have the switches. I think I just straight up ignored the switches in this project. Are you kidding me? I don't remember buying any, and now that I think about it, I don't remember seeing any. So that's pretty stupid. Wow. That's dumb. Yep, just never bought them, didn't have them. Totally didn't think about them. Well, that's unbelievably stupid. I can't do this tonight because I don't have the material.